Hello everyone, welcome to CAD. In this video, we are going to see how to use the CAD software NXCAD. So if you are not yet subscribed to our channel, please do like, share and subscribe to our CADness YouTube channel for more updates. So let us go for the design environment and let us see how to use the NXCAD software.
In order to create your assembly, you should go for new. Here you should go for assembly environment. You will be renaming your assembly, say for example plumber block assembly. Give it as OK and it will take you to the assembly environment. As soon as you open your assembly environment, here you can see it is asking to add a component. So here you will be loading your first component, that is your base component. For that, go for open here and select your component, that is base is my first component. I will be selecting the base, give it as OK. And here when you are opening the first component, your position should be absolute origin, and under the settings I'll be taking reference set as entire part. In entire part my sketch and then all my reference planes will be visible. If you want, you can take like this, or else you can just take your model. So here you can see that is your reference plane and the sketch will be hidden. Then give it as OK. So as you selected it is to be absolute origin, so your component will be placed in a origin position. Now we'll go for assembly constraints. In assembly constraints, we have many types of constraints. That is, the first thing is touch or align, concentric, and then we have distance, fix, parallel, perpendicular, align or lock, fit, and then bond, center, and then angle constraints. So we'll be seeing this one by one in the upcoming sessions. In this video, I'm going to use the constraints that is required for this assembly. That's all. The first component I have loaded here. So I'll be fixing this component, that is, in order to lock the moment, I'll be going for fix constraint and I'll be clicking on my solid component. So now here you can see my fixed constraint has been activated. Give it as OK. So we have loaded my first part and then we have fixed it. Then next we are going to select my second part. For that I'll go for add component. I'll be going for open. And my next component is say select brushes. Give it as open. Here in the placement option, I will be taking as by constraints. That is, it should not go for origin position. I should place it with the help of constraint. So I will be taking it as by constraint and give it as OK. Here you can see we have got assembly constraint dialog box directly. That is, I have not selected from constraint box. Directly we got our assembly constraints. So under here we have options called preview options, that is preview window and then preview component in main window. So what is this means? So preview window is nothing but at the right corner you have seeing here, that is my loaded component you are seeing here. This is called as preview window. If I check this off, you cannot see your window, that is you cannot see your component. So I'll click it on, and here the preview component in main window is nothing but the component in main window. If I check this off, you cannot see my component here. So I'll be turning both this on right now, and then I'll be going for touch or align option first, and I'll be aligning this. I'll click on my component and move it to the upwards, and now with the help of touch or align options, I'll be constraining my component. That is, I'll be selecting a center line of this component. That is, when you take your cursor near the hole, it will show the center line. So select the center line of this component and also center line of the base component here. Like this we will be aligning it. It means both the center lines will be in the same straight line. And next we are aligning, that is, this end face should be sitting on this end face. like this. You will be aligning your second component. Give it as OK. Now you have constrained your second component also. Then let me go for my third component. Again we'll go for add. Here go for open. Select your third component, that is cap. Give it as OK. Here again the position will be in by constraints itself. Give it as OK. In the assembly constraints, again I'll be going for touch or align option, and here I'll be selecting my center line. Before that, I'll be moving my component to the upwards like this. I'll be placing. Now I'll be selecting the center line. I'll zoom over my component and you can see the center line over here. This center line should align to a hole in the base feature, that is this center line, like this. And next I'll be going for parallel, and I'll be selecting the faces, that is this face and the base face should be parallel, like this. And next I'll go for touch or align. Under here I'll be taking as touch and will touch the faces. This face should touch on the top face. Like this we'll be constraining our third component. Then next we are loading our next component. Before that, give it as OK. Again go for add. We'll be loading our next component, that is bolt. Give it as OK. Here also give it as OK. Under constraints, go for touch or align. Move a component as required. And here I'll be selecting the center line, that is center line of bolt, and also the center line of hole. So like this both will be aligned. Next, in order to avoid this rotation, I'll be going for parallel constraint and I'll be selecting the end faces, that is this face, and then the base face should be parallel like this. Now I'll again go for touch or align option. Under touch I'll be selecting this face and then the bolt face. You can select here also, or else you can select in the preview window. Like this I'll be selecting. So now you can see both the faces will be touched like this. Give it as OK. In the same way, I have to create one more bolt in the other side. So instead of creating one more, that is instead of adding one more component, I will be going for pattern component. Here I will be selecting my pattern component and I will be selecting my component. Say this is my component to be patterned. Under pattern definition, I will be selecting as linear operation, and here I will be selecting the direction. And I will be selecting the direction, say in this direction, count should be 2, and then pitch distance. Pitch distance is nothing but the distance between the hole. That is, the distance is, by the drawing, we know that the distance between the two holes is 78. So here I will be specifying the distance as 78, that is pitch distance. Like this, we will be getting your pattern component. Give it as OK. So instead of adding one more component and then constraining it, we'll directly go for pattern component and pattern our component. After this, I'll be loading one more component, that is the nut component. Give it as OK. Again here the position should be by constraint itself. Give it as OK. At the bottom it is present. Go for touch or align and move the nut component as your requirement. So I'll be taking like this. Under touch or align option, I'll be selecting a center line of nut and also a center line of this bolt. So here you can see both the center lines are lying in the same plane. The next, again I go for parallel option and I'll be selecting, say this face and the bolt face should be parallel. The next constraint, I'll be going for touch or align. Under touch option, I'll be selecting this face and the bottom face of my nut component. like this we will be constraining. Give it as OK. Again the same way we'll go for pattern option. In order to create one more component, go for pattern component, select your component, select the direction, say this direction, that is pitch distance is nothing but 58, number of counts is 2, give it as OK. So this is how we create a assembly feature. In the upcoming videos, let us see some more assembly components. So this is all for now. Let's meet in our next video. Thank you.